not posting for almost 2 months. Like, I'll never do that. I'll never just disappear out of nowhere. What? Hi there, I'm Nitumpiki and welcome to my channel. If you have been on my channel for a long time, you probably noticed that there's been some changes that's been happening. As you can see, I changed my name to be that science chick. I don't know why. I think I just wanted to not brand myself as myself, if that makes sense. I wanted to kind of be clear about what I want to do with this channel, I guess, but I'm also just saying that science chick is very broad. But anyway, I've also seen that I have a location change. We've been moving, so there's been no time actually for me to like sit down or research anything for you guys so I can post. So sorry about that, but I'm here, I'm semi back. I'm not gonna commit myself to be fully back as yet because we're still in the process of moving, but I'm semi back and I'm so glad to be back on my channel. So again, last year when I did this, I was like a baby YouTuber, and I still am. Like, girl, I am still a nothingness on this platform, but I really wanna make a realistic goal. I want to really hit like 800 subscribers by the end of this year, because like I want to aim for 1,000 and then it doesn't happen. But I really want to aim for at least 8,000 this year. Oh no, not 8. Ooh. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But I meant to say 800. But 800 is my goal for this year. So today we'll be talking about grade 11 and the importance of grade 11. Should you focus in grade 11? What percentage does grade 11 play in your acceptance to universities and all that jazz? Okay. But before we start, I think we need to understand the concept of pre-acceptance or provincial acceptance into university. Provincial acceptance is when a university pre-accepts you into a certain program or course that you're wanting to do. The pre-acceptance is not a definite acceptance, meaning that if you do bad in grade 12 or you don't do to their minimum requirement marks, they still have the right to reject you from the course that you want to do. So even though grade 11 is important, grade 12 is still very, very important in your final acceptance for university. So pre-acceptance or being pre-accepted has 3 options that you may have. So A, you get pre-accepted into your course. B, you get waitlisted for your course. Or C, you get completely rejected from your course. I think a lot of people do end up giving up when they find themselves on a waiting list and think that they don't have a chance to get into that course. So they're like, it's never mind, I don't have to do anything, it's like there's no point. But honestly, you have the right to inquire, like, where are you on the wait list? Are you like number 5 on the wait list, which means that you need to hope that 5 other people on the wait list don't want to do the course anymore, and also hope that someone drops out, or hope that 5 people. It's like, even though I said it's a mini rejection, it kind of is, but also it gives you more of a chance of getting accepted if there are spaces open. This means that you have the right to ask how far down on the wait list you are. Are you like number 1? Are you number 30? Stuff like that. So you do still have a chance, but also they'll most likely give their spots to someone who's upper on the waiting list. So even though yes, there is a bit of a chance there, maybe like start planning something alternative if you get waitlisted. So that's just something I wanted to touch on before I carried on. But yeah, the importance of grade 11 is mostly for your pre-acceptance, not necessarily for your full acceptance. So when it comes to grade 11, to gauge how important it is, you have to look at, oh my goodness, it's so when it comes to grade 11, to gauge how important it is, you have to look at 5 factors. Factor number 1 is application date, so opening and closing of them. Factor number 2 is the institution that you're going to go into. Number 3 is the type of course that you're thinking of doing. Number 4 is gap year or not. And number 5 Okay, maybe there's only 4. So if you look at number 1, application dates. The application dates are actually really important to show you what type of marks are important for your type of course. So most universities open their applications in March. That means at that point, the only mark that you have is your grade 11 December mark. This means that that's the highest mark you have, or the highest level of marking system you have at that point. So you have to give in those marks for one of your indications of how you will make hope for that course. But closing dates are actually more significant in showing you what will be important for your course. Most medical courses, their closing dates are in late June, which means that you have between late March and late June to give the university some form of marks. At that point, the only mark you would actually really have would be your grade 11 December marks. You might have your June marks at that time, but it's really unlikely. So the only significant mark we could give you the university at that time would be your grade 11 December marks. So if you're planning on doing like a medical course or something, the importance of your grade 11 marks is really apparent in that way. However, if you're thinking of doing something outside medicine, most of other courses close in late September. This gives you your grade 11 December marks as well as your grade 12 June marks as marks that they can use to determine whether or not you can get pre-accepted to university or not. So to summarize, the importance of dates is that they give you windows of marks that will be considered for your pre-acceptance. So for medicine, June meaning only December, and for other courses September, which means December grade 11 and June grade 12. The second important thing is the institution that you're applying for. Most institutions will ask you for some form of your grade 11 marks. Some of them will only want to see your latest marks, which means your December marks, and some of them will want to see your June and December marks. I guess with some universities, they'd want to see your whole academic year in grade 11 to see how you coped, how you were able to manage that whole year. Well, some universities just want you to see how you did when you ended your grade 11 year. I theorize that why some universities want to see your whole grade 11 academic year is that grade 11 is kind of a mini grade 12 in a sense. A lot of the things that you do in grade 11 do transfer to your grade 12 year. So seeing how you coped in your grade 11 year does give universities an indication about how you may cope in grade 12 and also in your first year of that university. The third thing that's important is your course that you want to do. I've touched on this already, and I'm just going to just say a quick summation of this is that for a lot of medical health sciences courses, June is the closing date. So as I said before, at that point, the only mark you have is your grade 11 December marks. So those courses will really look at your grade 11 marks to see if they're going to give you pre-acceptance, compared to other courses where they close in September, so you have your June marks to help you boost your chances of getting pre-accepted. And the fourth thing that plays a factor into whether or not your grade 11 marks are important is whether or not you're thinking of taking a gap year before you enter university. So whether you took a gap year because you want to improve your marks, or you took a gap year because you want to understand what you want to do after university, you also want to take a gap year for your mental health. A gap year is a very important part in understanding if your grade 11 marks are important or not. As I said before, some institutions only look at your latest marks. So if you're taking a gap year, that means your latest marks would be your grade 12 December marks. So that'll be the predetermining or the marks that they will use as your pre-acceptance to the university, and perhaps most likely your final acceptance to the university. So if you are thinking of taking a gap year, it actually could be a really good thing if you're just maybe not sure on what courses you want to do, as well as maybe you know what course you want to do, but you're feeling that your grade 12 marks may drag you down a bit. Taking a gap year is such a good thing to do actually for yourself if you're thinking that it can be beneficial for you. And yeah, that's my video. As I said in the beginning, I am planning to pivot a bit from academia and do some things a bit more commentary and essay based, and I still would really like you guys to stick around for those videos as well. But let me know if there's anything academic based that you'd like me to do some research on for you, whether that be like university specific, so like for Stellenbosch or UCT or BITS or whatever, or in general understanding of the academic life. Any video that you'd like to have on, please comment it down below. I usually would also say you can privately DM me, but at the moment I'm not on my Instagram that often because I am kind of really busy, so I don't want to miss your inquiries or your any questions that you may have. So at the moment you can just comment it down below. You can private DM me on Instagram if you'd like, but it may take a bit longer for me to reply to you, so just let me know on that. And yeah, I hope to see you soon, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.